is. Let us go to Summer Jam. So Summer Jam, of course, Big E tournament taking place in Philadelphia. Big E, of course, running 3 major tournaments a year and then teaming up with a bunch of guys that run a 4th one. So does a lot of work there. Summer Jam is all of the Big E tournaments, they always put pop bonuses to a bunch of the smaller games, and then they have 5, 10, 15, like on this page there's like 17, 18 games listed that they played. So good stuff to them for continuing that. I mean, I even know like the Vampire Savior, Third Strike, Super Turbo all had like pop bonuses and everything like that. So I don't know if I'm going to have the results for all the games here, but
yeah.
Let's go here. Let's talk about Injustice 2, which closed out Summer Jam because it was one of the premier spots for the Injustice Pro Series.
Right. And it had the 3rd most entrants. Although only by 2. It was only 2 fewer than the second game, which we'll get to. And then we'll talk about the most entered game in a bit as well. But this Injustice 2 was 3rd place overall.
Yes.
So 7th place is DF Gurr with the Bane.
Yes.
And he played Deadshot for sure, although maybe not in top 8.
Okay.
7th place also BC Honeybee with the Flash and Supergirl. 5th places were Noble Dragon with Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Black Adam. Then Echo Fox Scar with Supergirl and Brainiac.
So, do you feel like Dragons... he won Evo, obviously, but do you feel like the Aquaman nerf hurt him a lot?
I mean, clearly it hurt him, but... I don't know, what are you going to do? It's definitely something that can be overcome.
The question I have, though, because I know you've played against Brainiac a lot.
Yes.
And you have a lot of Brainiac experience. And I know people were not high on Brainiac for a long time. But Scar's using him. He got top 8 with him. Are people's opinions about Brainiac actually shifting a little bit now?
I hope so, because then we'll talk about VSFighting, and Brainiac figured prominently in that one as well.
Okay.
It really should be.
Okay.
We'll see. Noble Illusions, Green Arrow, Cyborg, and Black Adam, 4th place. 3rd place, Echo Fox Theo with Superman, Aquaman, and Supergirl. 2nd place, Noble Samij with Catwoman and like a little bit of Poison Ivy.
He tried Poison Ivy a lot against Sonic Fox.
He did, because he got dunked as Catwoman.
Yeah,
and then
against Captain Cold. Yeah, so he wanted to fight range with range by having the Ivies. Yeah.
And then Sonic Fox won the whole thing with Captain Cold, Red Hood, and Deadshot.
Yep. 1st place, again, 2nd time in a row now, so he is definitely picking up. And I'm just going to say this, I might be a little biased.
Okay.
But man, when Samij was playing Catwoman against Captain Cold, it looked like Samij was just working so hard, and Captain Cold looked so cheap.
Honestly,
holy crap!
Sonic Fox makes Captain Cold look cheap, and I don't know if he's cheap or not. Dude, I'm not sure.
The funniest thing is, I played online Injustice a bunch yesterday, and I think in like the previous 2 months that I've played, I've run into 1 Captain Cold. Yesterday, I ran into like 3 or 4, and they were all doing the same thing. Like putting the field out and sitting there, like... But I just don't understand, how did people not think of doing that in the first place?
Well, the field starts up faster now than it did before.
Oh, okay.
I forget if it freezes faster too, but for sure it starts up faster. So it's better. I mean, they improved it.
Because I even saw like Samij a couple of times. He started doing this thing, and he did EX Cat Dash. But when you hit the field, you start slowing down.
Right.
So Sonic Fox was like, "Oh, okay, I'll stop," and he blocked it, and it was like,
"No, I know."
God, it's so good.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody else does it with Captain Cold. It might be a Sonic Fox effect, but. It's hard to know, and he's not just him, but other Captain Cold players are coming up with some real dirty tech.
Yeah,
so
obviously, Captain Cold is going to be one of those characters that's really going to be dependent on who you're fighting against, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be able to do that against people who have good projectiles, right? Because they're going to shoot you, or if they have homing moves like from the deep, or Supergirl can teleport to the other side and punch you and stuff like that.
Right.
So obviously Captain Cold is not going to be broken. He's just going to be really good against certain casts, and you can see that because Samij just was like, I can't do this. And
seems like it for now anyway.
He went with Poison Ivy. And so it's interesting because I think it was last week you were talking about watching them play. Oh no, people were talking about it and giving you updates about them playing online, right? And so I wonder if they were like developing tech against each other, you know, and secretly trying to figure stuff out.
Could be. It was very cool to see Poison Ivy played at that level. I thought that was and in a good character pick, like character match. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Illusion's still doing work up there. I think that's cool because he's like the only Arrow, and he's playing Cyborg now, which he did in top 8.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, Cyborg's one of these characters that didn't get changed at all, and a lot of people are curious about that. Like, they felt he should have been buffed. I mean, that's seems to me like he's not great, but I don't know. He's like, here's Illusions with him in top 8. So there's a lot of things like that we got to figure out.
I don't know how much Dragon used Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman up there. Supergirl, obviously not considered strong, but she's up there as well with Scar and Theo. Playing those characters. So.
Supergirl now, some people think is top 5.
Yeah, I've heard, like, every time I'm playing, people are like, just join the Supergirl army, James, so it makes it sound like, to me, apparently people think she's really, really strong now, huh?
Probably so.
Okay.
We'll see.
Cool.
But yeah, Dragon's he's a super strong player who had success with many different characters in MKX, and I'm sure he can do the same in this game. So
yeah.
We'll see. See what he does.
Still mad about all the Catwoman nerfs.
It's so tough. She got second place at a major.
Still don't know why Cartwheel was minus 14. I saw it happen. She did a cartwheel, he blocked it, and like super full punish, and I was just like, even Katana Prime was like, I don't know why they nerfed that.
I don't really know either. Yeah. Shoutouts to Bane, doing the work.
Street Fighter V, which you said was the number 2 game?
Number 2 game in overall entrance.
Right.
Only 2 more than Injustice 2.
Right, exactly. So essentially tied.
Basically, yeah.
It's basically
it was 154 to 152.
Yeah, so it doesn't really count, in my opinion. So, because there's probably a few people who didn't show up or whatever that, who registered early. 7th place, CYG BST PR Balrog with Balrog. 7th place, also Dan Slip with Cammy. Shoutouts to Dan Slip.
Yeah.
He is getting more and more consistent.
Yeah.
So he's been doing well. I know at Defend the North, people were like, oh, Dan Slip is in top 8. I guess, but he's been doing really well.
That's great. Yeah.
So I didn't even know PR Balrog traveled to this one.
Didn't know he was there until I saw him.
Yeah, exactly. 5th place, 801 Strider with Lara and Pi Kami with Nakali. Shoutouts once again to 801 Strider putting in the work right now.
And Kami, who has been a good player but is stepping it up as well.
Yes, exactly. 4th place, Brian F. with Balrog. So trying to be consistent with that.
Same kind of story, getting more and more consistent at the top level.
And then look at this top 3. Idom with Lara in 3rd place. PG Punk with Karen, Ken, and Nash. Does not count Ken. Karen and Nash in 2nd place. And 1st place, Liquid Knuckle Dew with Guile, Armika, and Birdie. So Knuckle Dew returning to being on top after losing to Punk to a bunch of times.
Right.
But Punk, 2nd place again.
2nd place again. Another grand finals.
Yeah.
Another walking away on the loser side.
So that's what, CEO, this one, Evo, and there was a couple
Defend
of
the North,
others.
maybe?
Yeah, Defend the North, I think
it's been a little while now.
Yeah, he won one tournament. He won DreamHack Atlanta. But outside of that, all of them have been 2nd places. Yeah.
Hey, man.
It's not a curse, dude.
Getting to grand finals is pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Because, I mean, look, the one thing about it is you always have to realize when you're the guy on top, you're the one everyone's studying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're the one that everybody is studying.
Yeah, and you remember earlier in the year, after Knuckle Dew won Capcom Cup last year, at the start of this year, he said he knew people would be gunning for him. And he expected that. And he would try to work to overcome it. And now he is.
And look, there's no greater evidence of that than Knuckle Dew going with a Birdie to fight against his Karen. Because Birdie does decently. I mean, it's always been one of those fights that, like, Karen players are like, I don't like fighting Birdie, right? And so Knuckle Dew took advantage. He had a plan. He even said in the interview afterwards he's been working on a Birdie specifically to battle Karen.
I think it's great.
And it worked out. I mean, it was weird because they played Guile and Karen in the last set of Grand Finals. So Punk came back and basically 3-0'd Knuckle Dew from loser side, and then they basically went to those two characters start, Guile and Karen. And then Punk won, and so Knuckle Dew counterpicked with Birdie. Right. And so at that point in time, they were in the Punk should win counterpick circle of hell, basically. But it came down once again to Guile versus Karen at the very end, and Knuckle Dew actually clutched it out in the last game. So he broke the cycle of counterpicks.
He did really well in the last game.
Yeah.
And he blew up Idom. He blew Idom up.
He did.
But those 3, that's the short list for best in North America.
Yeah. So those three, and then right under there, with Brian F, Strider, Kami, Pierre Balrog, Dan Slip. I mean, that's a pretty good set of players who have been playing very consistently as well. So,
sure. Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, some people are asking what makes Birdie so good against Karen. Yeah, it's mostly just that his reach really kind of frustrates her. He can sweep at her, and she can't really punish it unless... I don't even know if she can do that, because I know against Karen you can jab her before her leg retracts. But with Birdie, I don't know if Karen has anything that can do that to Birdie after blocking the sweep from max range. But the stand heavy punch, like when you watched it, Knuckledew was zoning really well with that standing heavy punch. He was really just like throwing it out there, and Punk would run into it a lot of times. Punk didn't really have the same ability to back off and whiff punish that he likes to do.
Right.
And even if you do whiff punish the Fierce from that far away, I don't even know if you would have to time the command dash and the Tenko properly. I don't know how far away Birdie ends up, So, but it's really just the neutral, and then down strong works really well as an anti-air.
It's got a good neutral game.
Yeah,
man, and a ton of damage output, which she cannot really survive. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's a great pick.
Okay,
all right.
And then Tekken 7,
the #1 most entered game at Summer Jam.
Nice,
with 178.
Good stuff.
152, 154, 178 for first place. Nice work to Tekken. Yes. I think that's awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. And 7th place was Victim of Ritual with Nina, and VS Poke Chop with Josie. 5th place was Shay with Steve, and BXA Knock with Eddie. 4th place, it's P-Ling with Xiao Yu. God, I hate that character so much. Even when I was watching P-Ling versus Poke Chop, and... I know Xiao Yu can end all of her strings early and everything like that, but I feel like everything she has can keep going. And I saw, when I play her online, I'm like, block, now time to attack, and then another move comes out and I got hit. And I saw that Poke Chop kept getting hit by all that, and I was like, man, even in the highest levels, Xiao Yu still keeps doing this to people, and it's just, oh, God, I hate that character. In any case, apparently I'm not alone. Everyone hates that character. 3rd place, NS Obscure with Elisa and Josie. 2nd place, ITS Joey Fury with Jack 7. Who did really well at final round as well. And then 1st place, Stream Me Anakin with Paul and Jack 7.
My man.
Jack 7.
The big boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So Anakin, of course, probably the strongest U.S. player right now.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, but Joey Fury was the one that actually was able to defeat Saint and JDCR at final round, I think so. Yeah. He eventually lost to JDCR, who came back and won in grand finals, I believe. Was it JDCR or Saint who came back and won? But he did really well at that tournament. So
yeah, Anakin consistently winning things, doing well at EVO. Mm-hmm. Nice work.
Jack 7, oh man.
He's so cool.
It's funny, I don't play a lot of them online.
Really?
I thought I would end up playing more Jacks, because I thought Jack was kind of like a popular character, right? But
I mean, he was never, at least in my, obviously I'm no expert.
It was Speed Kicks, that's right.
Oh, the Speed Kicks, okay.
Speed Kicks in final round. Thank you, Blueberry, thank you.
I don't remember him being very popular.
Jack?
Historically in Tekken.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. It's just I thought he was always kind of a good character because of the range and everything like that.
Yeah, I think he has been a good character.
Okay.
He's not boring. You're boring. He's got Cossack kicks. It's cool. Come on. It's got cool animation.
Dead or Alive 5, last round. 5th place, FSD Matt Ponton. With Mai and Base.
Oh, 7th place.
7th place. What did I say?
5th.
Oh, 7th place. 7th place also SYN Sin Rojiku Reigns with Hayate. 5th place South Killy with Tina and Lisa. SYN Jaeger with Phase 4 and Rig. 4th place GHP Guy with Kasumi. 3rd place Sonic Fox. Echo Fox's Sonic Fox with Christy and Phase 4. 2nd place RIG Quiggle, his brother, with Christy, Phase 4, and Rachel. They play the same characters.
I guess.
And 1st place, UGS Excalibur Blades with Elliot and Mila. Okay. I didn't get a chance to see any of this, so unfortunately. Guilty Gear Rev 2. 7th place, LVLG Base with Raven and Minus with Eno. 5th place, Diendo with Venom, and Cat Pion with Sway with Jam Kuradaberry. 4th place, TSB Blaze with Raven. 3rd place, Grover with Venom. 2nd place, PG Marlin Pie with Zato. And 1st place, Lord Knight with Milia Rage.
Nice work.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Lord Knight.
I know Lord Knight is not too high on Milia.
Oh, really?
These days, because she got kind of nerfed pretty badly in the last patch, but good stuff to him for coming through. True story at Evo. Like, I knew how much, like, he was sad about Milia getting getting nerfed.
Yeah.
And so when I ran into him, I was just, like, walking through the hall, and I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah, and I heard Milia's really strong now after the patch, and then, like, she's really good now. And he gave me the look.
Hilarious.
He gave me the look,
jerk.
like... But shout outs to Lord Knight, though. Good job to him for taking first with his nerfed character, so...
SKD won Blaze Blue. Looks like that's all.
Yeah, that's all I have here. Yeah.
Grover got 2nd place. 3rd places was Red Blade. 4th place Papa Leo. 5th places were Master Crash MD and LVLG Base. And 7th places Initial J and Infinity.
Okay.
Let's see. In Vampire Savior, I actually don't know what happened. But I know VSAV had more entrants than ST, Mortal Kombat XL, King of Fighters 14, Pokken Tournament, DOA, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Under Night and Birth, Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator, and then was Vampire Savior. It had 64 entrants. Yes, sir.
Holy crap, that's awesome. Good job to them. Good job to the VSAV community. That's just fun.
Marvel 3 was won by Coach Steve.
Yeah!
Over Joey D. That was awesome. Very happy for Steve.
And he was super emotional about it, too, after he won. Apparently, he did really well at Defend the North as well, and then to have it just, like, be able to get to this, to get to that next level and take the tournament, he was super happy about that.
Yeah, and happy, too, because that game is basically over in, like, 2 weeks. Like, wow, 3 weeks or something?
Yeah.
Like, it's basically over. So if you win one of the last tournaments for it,
right,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope it's not really over.
Well, me too.
I hope
probably
people keep playing it.
Probably dead.
Yeah.
You know how these things go. Yeah. I mean, hey, MKX was played here, so games don't immediately die necessarily. But come on. Twixie won Pokken Tournament.
Okay.
Soul Guitarist 2nd place. Then in KOF 14, Violence won it. Pachu KOF 2nd place. Looks like that's all I got.
Do you know I have ST or Super Turbo?
Does not look like it's finished on the Smash GG, so I cannot tell you this.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, but those games all had extra bonus. Can you turn on that fan back over there? Just so we can see the power button, because it's getting super warm down here. Holy crap!
I'm fine.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. I have a lot more insulation, unfortunately.
So. Well, you got jeans on.
Yeah,
I have no
true
pants
too.
on.
I should have been wearing shorts. Oh, man. All right.
Summer Jam. Cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Consistently, run good tournaments there from Biggie. I know he's been stepping up a lot of the work over there as well, so good job.